Hello to everybody out there on the internet. This is Doc Keon coming to you on Monday the 23rd of December 2019. Almost at the end of the year. And it's not very Christmassy around here. No snow. Just kind of rainy and miserable. As Decembers tend to be these days. But indoors, we have painted some miniatures, we have painted some gnomes, and a whole village full of them here in very bright colors. And like I said, I decided not to go with snow bases, but I did put down what Army Painter called tundra tufts as some sort of... sometimes they're a bit too large. They're obscure the figure a little bit. But I'm thinking I'll trim them down maybe. Or whatever, just leave them there. You can't see this guy's feet, but it's not important. I couldn't be bothered to sculpt anything interesting into his wheelbarrow. It's just, I don't know, some green sludge he's transporting from somewhere else. We have the spellcasters are a little bit more interesting and varied than the others, but I'll post still pics of them all at the end of the video per usual, so we don't need to show you them all individually now. I'll just say that I went with the traditional colors for the tomte in Sweden are red, green, and gray. So for example, here we have the red cap, a gray dress, and a green apron. And I just try to do variations on those. Like this guy has a gray cap, red tunic, green pants, and so forth and so on. Just vary them up. But the wizards have different colors. They have more. They've got some blues and purples and oranges and stuff in them, just to mark them out as being a bit more different than the others. And yeah, just basic, quickie speed painting jobs, so to speak. As in, not very many layers. But I'm happy with them for tabletop use. And one more miniature for the road. Merry Christmas, everybody, from Sophie, the succubus. Let's see. What's the lighting like here? Now, as I've mentioned, this is my first 72mm model. And, well, it was tricky. I'm not sure how well it came out. I've tried not to go overboard with the contrast on the skin, because that would look strange on a nice curvy female like this. But go very subtle, and hopefully that comes across. Hopefully I've managed to solve the varnish problem. It's that can of Army Painter Anti-Shine must be bad, because it it just keeps not being matte. So what I've done is I've gotten a can of Liquitex matte varnish, actually, because my local hardware stores started carrying their line. So I thought I'd give it a try, and it seems to work better. It doesn't dry as quickly or neatly as the Army Painter does, but if you have the patience to wait for it, it actually does kill the shine quite a lot. And now, as you can see, this part down here is the included base, the cast and sculpted base, and which was slightly smaller than this wooden extra base I added on, so the in-between space I covered with a snow effect. But I think it looks fine. I didn't want to emphasize the presents here are kind of muted in their colors. That's because I didn't really want to draw attention away from the centerpiece, which is Sophie herself. And on the other hand, there's a few spots where there's still some shine here, I see. Oh well. But anyway, highlighted a few areas like the spikes on the hammer and, you know, the metal portions of her garments and so forth. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think, if it works. And the only other 72mm models I have are more Christmas Sophies and actually the New Year's Sophie. But I'll do one per year, and we'll see if I improve. I should do more if I want to improve, of course. But I think this summer I'm gonna try some busts. I have a bunch of busts that I got from a Kickstarter a while back. I should practice on that as well. Because that's even larger scale. But anyway, that is the 15th, I believe, mini finished this week, and the last one added to the painted pile. So let's move on and see what's still in the works. Actually, you know what? I realized on a miniature of this scale, I could actually do her nails. I could do the fingernails and the toenails. I never do that on a 28mm miniature because it's too tiny. Nobody could possibly see it. But it might look good on something of this big. Since I've already filmed this clip as if it was finished, you know what? I can ask you, my viewers, what color do you think her nails should be in? And we'll take a poll. What do you say? Yeah, I've gotten a little bit further on these Gale Force 9 minis, the Icewind Dale, Legacy of the Crystal Shard, Kesselspan, whatever you want to call them. Some pre-shading and some initial base coats of a few colors on these. And on the Remmerhaz, I've gotten more. This is way too dark. This is an undercoat that I put down with the airbrush. It's going to be lightened up a lot. It's going to be a very, very light ice blue, most of it, at the end. But yeah, progress. And considering, yeah, I'll probably be done with these by next week. I don't foresee any difficulty finishing them off. And here we see what else is in the works right now. This is all those Redbox minis that I said last week I was going to prep. And they are prepped so far as they're cleaned up, assembled, based, and primed. They have gotten a very light coat of German grade primer. And you can see that it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a very light coat, meaning it hasn't really caught on all the edges, for example. But I am going to, so to speak, zenithal prime it. I'm going to use not primer but other airbrush paints to give them a zenithal undercoat. As in, I'm going to spray a somewhat lighter color from an angle above, and then a much lighter color from just, well, almost only straight above. So they will be sort of pre-shaded, you might say. But I haven't gotten around to that quite yet. We'll see how much I accomplish by next week. There was something in the mail this week, which is a Kickstarter, and which is miniatures related. It's not actually miniatures. It is a set of brushes from Artis Opus, the D series for dry brushing. And it's a set of dry brushes that use this makeup brush idea of being a large conglomeration of soft bristles instead of just a few hard ones. And it comes with a special kind of sponge for actually dampening it slightly. It's not completely dry brushing. And there's also a bit of brush soap for cleaning. And there's this set of instructions, very complicated and thorough. So yeah, I'm putting this away for the time being, until I use up my current set of dry brushes. Then I might try to understand how these are supposed to be used. I got some add-ons. These I haven't unpacked these. These are two different brush stands, kind of little wooden frames that you place the brushes in when you're not using them to protect them. And they sent along. Gave me a bonus ballpoint pen. I had one of these before and used it up. So yeah, one more Kickstarter project crossed off the list of undelivered stuff. So what am I doing for next week? Well, you've seen my new projects already. In that the latest two Kickstarters I received, the Mimics and the Cultists. That is what's next for me. I'm gonna start prepping one or the other, or both, maybe, of those for next week. Again, I'm not sure how much I'll get finished, because I'm posting this in the morning on the 23rd, because later today I'm leaving for a short trip to visit family over Christmas. So I'm going to be gone a few days, which will reduce painting time this week. On the other hand, I'm off work, so the remaining days I can paint more than normally. So it might even out and get to an average number of minis completed anyway, hopefully. There will be an episode on the 30th. I'll be back home by then, not doing anything special for the day before New Year's. I mean, I have plans for New Year's Eve, but not for the day before. So that'll be fine for painting and filming and posting stuff. Yeah, that was it, really, for this episode. Please click like, subscribe, share, comment, and the usual. And be back here again in a week. Same time, well, same day, same channel, same Dakian, who is now wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and not Happy New Year's yet. We'll save that for next week. But bye-bye for now.